Salut les amis, c'est Daimo, on se retrouve pour un let's play de DWARVES, donc un jeu qui est centré sur les nains, enfin un tactical RPG, qui est basé sur un roman. J'espère que ce jeu me donnera envie de le lire. On va commencer une campagne immédiatement, et on va voir ce que ce jeu a à nous offrir.
Fracas made us from stone to protect Gardogard. Against orcs, ogres, and all the other beasts of Tion. We are the guardians of Gardogard. We are the children of the divine smith. We are the dwarves.
Ça c'est la classe. Ok. Confirmer action. On va jouer à la manette. Vous pouvez mettre le jeu en pause à tout moment en cliquant OK. X pour attaquer, X pour continuer, OK. Compétence, cliquez sur truc. C'est votre cible, confirmé avec A, OK. Ah, boum. Ah oui, quand même. Je dois attaquer avec B, c'est ça. On va utiliser ça. Ah, j'ai utilisé le mauvais endroit. C'était ridicule. Ah, c'est quoi ça? Bon, on va aider les frérots. Et là, je peux utiliser une grosse attaque et je dirige comme ça. Je peux tourner la caméra, ça c'est bien. Ok. Et hop, on a tué quelques-uns. Juste que je m'habitue. À terre. Pas être encerclé. Ah bon, être encerclé visiblement. Ah, poussez-vous, poussez-vous. Tiens, tiens. C'est pas bon, hein. Un cadeau de l'atelier. Ok, je vais me diriger jusqu'au coffre et j'appuie sur A. Ok, donc une petite grenade des familles. On va balancer là à peu près. On va les séparer. Je peux les achever les mecs qui sont au sol en fait. Essayer de sauver les potes mais c'est compliqué. Pas bien. Beaucoup de vie moi. Oh. Oh. Oh, comment je me suis démerdé. Ah ça va, j'ai tenu, mais c'était moins une hein.
My king, what are you doing here?
Giselbert I, the father of the Fifthling clan, has not been on the front line of battle against the creatures of Tion for many cycles. The king surveys the battlefield and the defenders with a grave expression.
We are too few.
This you know as well as he does. But there will be no reinforcements arriving. Hundreds of brave warriors lie inside the fortress dying. The illness is
C'est cool la voix de la femme qui narre les aventures.
and death.
Stay at your posts. Be as steadfast as the granite of which we are made. Nothing can break us. Vrakas is with us.
Sélectionner le personnage précédent. Ok, donc il a récupéré sa vie, ça c'est bon. Et on va tourner la caméra. Le jeu est mis en pause, ok. Ok. Ah, je peux l'acheter. On doit focus les orques. Ok, ça c'est quoi? C'est pour soigner les potes. Ça c'est bon ça. J'ai besoin de ça. Tiens, 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 tiens. On va foncer. On va focus les mêmes. Allez, on focus lui. Est-ce qu'il y a moyen d'avoir... Wow. Hop, achevé. Change de personnage. Ça. Ok, un orc en moins. Focus. Allez les gars. On va foncer. Est-ce que ça marche si je fais ça? Oh, c'est trop triste. Le mec s'est suicidé. Je pensais pousser l'orque moi. Le truc c'est que je vois pas bien les... Je vois pas bien les comment ça s'appelle? Les zones. Allez, on va taper là mon ami, on va taper. Allez, on achève le mec. Allez. Hop. On va jouer sérieux. On pousse des mecs. Allez, ça suffit. Des conneries. On soigne les poteaux et on fonce sur les orques. Laissez passer le roi. Attends, alors comment on peut faire? Ça fait quoi ça? Ah oui, toi tu peux faire ça sur lui. Ok, confirmé. Après je peux changer. Toi, tu vas attaquer lui aussi avec ça. C'est pas possible. C'est pas possible parce que t'es nul. Tu vas sauter ici. Et tu vas te retrouver derrière le mec. Ça va être très bien. Ok. Et toi, tu vas faire... On peut faire plusieurs commandes? Oui. Oui. Petites actions, ouais, c'est pas mal, c'est pas mal. Oh, j'ai vu... Allez, relève-toi. Lui. Il est où l'ami là? Il est derrière. Ok, il occupe. Faut focus les mêmes, mon gars. Focus les mêmes. Ok, il est mort. On va mettre une petite grenade. Genre pile là, ça peut être pas mal. Tiens. Maintenant on fonce. On va tenter une percée les gars. Grosse percée. On l'achève. Oh, j'ai fait n'importe quoi. Ok, lui il va pas être content que je lui laisse pas profiter. On va aller rejoindre le pote. Grosse bataille au fond. Et on focus. Est-ce que vous pouvez vous écarter s'il vous plaît? Je vais focus comme ça. Hop. Ok, je me suis assommé moi-même. Allez, debout. Écarté. Voilà. Oh là là. Tiens. Poussez-vous. Poussez-vous, bon sang. Voilà. Lui, il va sauter parce qu'il a pas trop le choix. On va sauter là. Il va changer. Voilà, c'est mieux. Allez mon ami, un gros coup dans le tas ici, ça peut être pas mal. On rechange. Un autre gros coup. On tape les potes. Toujours apprécié.
These are the ones who attacked us in the tunnels. We suffered great losses beating them back.
Grosse traîne dégueulasse.
In his fury, the old king radiates a ferocious power that none of Cetalia's children could withstand. But the slight, willowy being sitting astride the shadow mare just grins down, mockingly.
You are mistaken. We are Alpha. We are here to destroy the elves.
Il ressemble vachement à un elfe quand même.
Peace-loving beings here in Girdlegard are under our protection, and you cannot open the gate that has barred your path into Girdlegard since the creation of the world.
Not us, but perhaps one of your kind.
Oh le salaud. Il s'est fait corrompre.
Silence, you fool! Vrakas, forgive me for what I am about to do.
Quickly, in formation! You must hold them back until I close the gate!
Et on est plus que 3. Ok, on se tourne dans ce sens-là. On va se tourner dans ce sens-là parce qu'on voit les runes. On voit les runes. Il nous reste une petite bombe. On va essayer d'utiliser. Voilà. Tiens, je t'achève. Je t'achève, je t'achève. Allez, allez, allez. Il reste 3 runes. Oh mais non. Mais arrête de te suicider, Glandalin. Arrête de te suicider. C'est pas vrai. Le gars meurt tout le temps. Il y avait écrit que ça allait pas jusqu'au bout. C'est comme si c'était ma faute, mais en fait, c'est moi qui joue mal, hein, tout simplement. C'est pas grave. Enfin, comme si... Hop. Allez, je vais l'achever. Tiens, tiens, tiens. Merde, j'aurais dû l'achever, j'ai pas réussi. Là. À peu près, comme ça. Il y a toujours un allié dans les zones, j'ai l'impression. Non, 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 pas cette fois. Ils sont peu nombreux quand même. Hein. Salaud! Salaud! Il s'est criblé de flèches le pauvre.
Look at me. I am Syntheras, the reaper of your death. I will take your life, and the land will take your soul.
Get out of my sight, pointy ears, and let me delight at the closed gate a little longer.
The gate may have closed, but when you rise again from the dead by the power of the land, you will be one of us, and you will open it.
Never! My soul belongs to Vrakas.
No, your soul now belongs to the land, and henceforth you will belong to it forever. Now die, and return. Then hand us Girdlegard.
Ah, un bon salaud. Un bon salaud. « 1035 cycles plus tard. »
You're a perfectionist, Tungdil Bolafar.
I've got a reputation to uphold. If you can't rely on the metalwork of a dwarf, what can you rely on?
Tu as une mine épouvantable.
Dreadful.
What a charmer.
The maid gives you an ironic, reprimanding scowl.
Ikana has been crying half the night.
When you were teething, I carried you around the vaults. You played with my beard and I sang you to sleep.
Frala smiles. She's heard this story many times before.
That was 23 cycles ago. I'm quite sure you didn't sing. You might have grumbled a bit.
If what you've read about the dwarven lifespan is true, it'll be another 300 sun cycles and more before you are called to the Eternal Forge. The certainty of one day having to witness Frala's death already burdens your heart.
Que puis-je
What
faire
can I
pour
do
toi?
for you?
For me, nothing. It's Lot Yonan. He wants to see you in his study.
In your mind, you go through all the recent incidents that might have annoyed the Magus. Apart from a few little squabbles with his famuli, nothing worth mentioning happened since the incident with your beard. You nod.
Okay. I better not keep the Magus waiting.
See you later. There's goulash for dinner.
Stylé.
There was a time when you could hardly lift the heavy hammer. Now you barely notice it anymore, and it feels like an extension of your arm. Smith.
Merde, j'avais tout lu, désolé.
This is where you swung the forge hammer for the first time 30 cycles ago. No one taught you the craft. It was enough for you to watch Lot Yonan's old smith at work. Whenever the workshop was empty, you practiced and quickly mastered the craft with ease.
Tu m'étonnes. Oh, une petite hache. Bon, je l'ai gardé au moins, c'est bon. Oh là! Ajouter à l'inventaire. On va enregistrer. Nouvelle sauvegarde.
You've worked a bit more on
Merde.
everything you know about dwarves you learnt from books. The divine smith created the dwarves, and from time to time you make him an offering of some crumbs of gold. It's the most valuable thing you have to offer Vrakas.
Il voulait dire quoi là?
You've worked a bit more on Sunya's birthday present last night. The little one is crazy about horses. You, on the other hand, prefer to keep your distance unless you're fitting them with hooves. Too many legs and way too big.
Les chevaux qui ont trop de jambes. Ok.
There are apparently dwarves who have never seen the sky. And you too feel more comfortable when you have rock over your head. If only you didn't long to see more of the world, a longing that grows stronger with every year.
Oh! Oh! Je cliquais sur A par réflexe. Qu'est-ce que tu voulais dire, mon ami? Regardez les marches.
Lot Yonan's vaults are equipped with laboratories, a library, and private rooms for the famuli. Together with the forge, the kitchen, and the other utility rooms, it makes up quite an impressive complex. But compared to the courts of the other magi, the seat of power in Yonandar is small and modest.
Ok.
Of the 200 or so people selected to learn the art of magic under Lot Yonan, there's barely a handful of them you can stand the sight of. You're not at all interested in magic in all its elusiveness and whimsy. Your realm is the forge.
Oh bah oui, ça m'étonne pas. Chaparder de la nourriture. C'est peut-être pas une bonne idée quand même. Devant tout le monde comme ça en mode salut.
Tungdil! Quick! Or the goulash will get burnt!
You immediately recognize what the problem is. A chain running over a pulley for positioning the cauldron is detached from its mounting and the cauldron stuck in the fireplace. It's a heavy load and none of the famuli, who feel superior even during kitchen duty, dare do anything. They might burn their fingers, or even get a bit dirty.
Tu m'étonnes. On va réparer ça.
It'd be a waste of goulash. And I'm hungry. Here, hold this.
Oh, je veux lui
You
parler.
dyed my beard with some magic spell. I had to shave it off.
You stroke your beard, which is unusually short for a dwarf.
Damn it! Ah, it's heavy.
The young human forces through his pursed lips, letting the pot sink a little.
Don't you dare ruin my goulash, boy!
The cook with beefy forearms glares at the young man, and after a brief moment, he tries harder. With as much concern in your voice as you can muster, you say,
Oh no, this doesn't look good.
you're pleased to notice he's dripping with sweat.
I'll get you back for this, groundling!
Ah, t'as le seum. Et c'était aussi simple que bonjour, je suis sûr. Et voilà. Aucun souci.
You damned freak!
For a moment, you hope the famulus really does raise his hand to you. But then he comes to his senses and leaves the kitchen, his face bright red.
What a pair you are!
Ok. 50 d'XP remporté. Pour réparer un truc, c'est pas mal.
The beer that is delivered to the vaults is supposed to be the best beer in Idderslane. It's
Oh.
vegetables, bread, cheese, but the cook...
On va lui parler.
Do you know what Lot Yonan wants?
The maid gives you an amused look. She has often accused you of making things more complicated than necessary.
Ah donc je dois directement y aller en fait. Pas de temps à perdre quoi.
I am your godfather, little one. I'll look after you just like I looked after your mother.
Little Akana grasps your calloused finger and smiles at you wide-eyed.
C'est mignon. Oh, un truc qui est tombé par terre, je peux le ramasser? Non, pas du tout. C'est là d'où je viens. Oh.
Lot Yonan didn't just take you in. He also taught you how to read and write. But you don't feel like reading right now. Especially as you already know all the books by heart.
Ah oui. Donc je vais aller voir le mec pour savoir ce qu'il me veut. Utilisez l'environnement, poussez vos ennemis dans les gouffres. Ouais, faut pas se pousser soi-même dans les gouffres quoi. Au cas où je l'avais pas compris.
Master Lot Yonan, Frala told me you wished to speak with me.
J'aime bien les animations.
Tungdil, come in. There is a bag over there in the cupboard. Take it out, please. It contains artifacts belonging to my former famulus Goren. I wish to return them to him. He's in Black Saddle, 300 miles away.
300 miles? That's a long journey. Who are you going to entrust with this?
I was thinking of you.
Me?
There is no one better to take on this journey. You have acquired much knowledge. You are almost a scholar. You know more than most famuli about Girdlegard and its inhabitants. It is time for you to go out into the world and see it with your own eyes.
Stylé.
With pleasure.
Que contient le sac?
Magical devices. You better leave the bag closed if you want to avoid any accidents. Dwarves don't really like magic, and magic doesn't like you either.
Rakus gave us so much craftsmanship that there's no space left in our bodies for magic.
Strictly speaking, every time you've been too close to magic, it has ended in catastrophe.
Peut-être que j'ai rencontré d'autres rares.
Dwarves on my travels.
Yes, perhaps. But don't hold out too much hope. And be careful who you talk to. Not everyone out there likes dwarves.
Yeah, goblins. They abduct baby dwarves and sell them to magi, from what I've heard.
Not the best bit of business I've ever done. But what was I to do? The Longnoses threatened to throw you into the nearest river.
Ah, c'est comme ça qu'il m'a recueilli. C'est stylé.
Be on your guard. Look after the bag and don't lose it. May Palandiel be with you. And Vrakas too, of course.
I'll set off immediately. I'll see you soon, Lot Yona.
Parfait, parfait. Ok, on va s'arrêter là pour le premier épisode parce que bon, on a déjà fait pas mal de choses, même si l'aventure n'a pas vraiment commencé. On va peut-être parler à... Comme on va partir en voyage, on va parler à elle, tiens.
Hello, Frala.
Hmm?
J'ai un cadeau
Got a
pour toi.
present for you.
You take out a symbol of protection that you've carefully made from 3 horseshoe nails.
It's not the finest jewelry in Girdlegard.
One look at Frala's face makes it clear that it doesn't matter. She glows with happiness as she takes the pendant.
For me? But why?
Because you don't see me as an oddity, and you're like a little sister to me.
You could have said, but you settle with a shrug and a crooked smile.
I need
Ah, il fait son
provisions
timide.
for 300 miles.
You're grinning from ear to ear. Finally, you've got the chance to see something of the world.
300? Tungdil, that's no errand. That's an epic journey. Wait, I've got just the right thing. But make sure the cook doesn't see.
I'm going to Blacksaddle to return a few things to a former apprentice in the Magus.
You pocket the rye bread, sausages, and ham. Enough food for the first few days of your journey.
Ah, je vais lui dire la même chose. Là. Je vais dire à tout le monde, est-ce que je rencontrerai des nains sur ma route?
Perhaps I'll even meet some dwarves on the way.
J'adore les nains.
Frala throws you a cautious glance. It's a tricky subject that you can't help but broach.
There aren't dwarves down here. You're the only one in Idaslane as far as we know.
I know, but I can't just have been born out of a rock. Somewhere in the mountains, I have a clan. Maybe even a family.
Yes. Maybe.
Frala has reminded you more than once that Lot Yonan wrote to the dwarf clans and none of them were missing a dwarf boy.
I have to go. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Bah voilà. Ah,
I
il me
wish
donne
you
le
the
truc.
blessing of Palandiel and Vrakas to protect you from all danger on your journey. Here, a talisman. Whenever you look at it, think of me.
Frala winks at you mischievously.
And of getting me a nice present.
Pas de soucis. Ok, donc j'ai des provisions, ça c'est bien. Et on va partir en voyage dans le prochain épisode. A bientôt les amis, portez-vous bien.